Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. We're going to be getting into a Dolphins mailbag, answering questions from our community page. But first, I have a favor to ask you, and I do want to give you an update on our likes contest here at Chat Sports. We passed the Lakers in our likes contest. Way to go. Thank you very much. Now we have to pass the Bears. We're in fourth place. I want to get a medal. I'm a big Olympics guy. I curled in college, so I'm all about getting into a medal position here. I want to get into third place. Help us pass the Bears channel. Hit that thumbs up icon. Help us win this contest at Chat Sports. Shout out to Bill Gilmore, man. Really appreciate him being a loyal subscriber. And Bill is asking, do you believe Nik Needham will be the breakout star on defense this season? It's a great question, Bill. I really like Nik, and I think he's in for a big year after he did this last season. Nearly 60 tackles, 2 INTs, 5 pass breakups, one of the more underrated players on this defense. He did sign his RFA tender a little over a month and a half ago, so he will be back for next year, and he's going to be an unrestricted free agent next season, which means this is a big year for Nik, and I think this will be the best year of his career. And when you think about the Dolphins DBs, you're not really going to think about him as one of the top DBs on this team because you have safeties, Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. You have cornerbacks, Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. So you don't really think about Nik, but he's very underrated. I really like him. He's a very, very important asset on this defense. I think he's in for a big year, Bill. Now, do you think Nik Needham is going to have a breakout year? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section so he can have a big year and get paid next summer. Now, let's get into this next question from Benzie Brozy. Will the Fins get into the playoffs, and on which seat and where will that run in? So I think the Dolphins right now are probably going to go 11-6 or 10-7 in my initial schedule projection video. I did have them going 11-6. Now I'm thinking more 10-7. So somewhere in that range. So I think they'll be the 7th seed, which means they would have to take on the 2 seed in the first round. I mean, when you look at the ceiling for this team, I think it's the AFC Championship game, but I think a realistic possibility is them getting into the wild card round, maybe losing there. Tyler says, will Waddle go crazy this season? I think so, man. I'm really excited to see what Jaylen is going to do because he had a stellar rookie season, was one of 2 wide receivers that were rookies that had over 100 receptions. So this is what he did last season. 6 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, joined Jamar Chase as one of 2 rookie wide receivers with over 1,000 yards in their, over 100 receptions in their rookie season. He made CB1s look silly all year long. Now, with the addition of Tyreek Hill, he's going to be going up against CB2s. He's going to be making them look even more silly. Waddle and Hill, I think, will get over 1,200 yards this season. And with that, we welcome in producer Jeremy Chuggs into the show. And Chuggs and I have been working on this Jaylen Waddle song for quite some time. So you ready to do this thing, Chuggs?
Oh,
this is
ready,
a surprise.
more ready than ever.
Here. All right, here we go. You want to get us started?
All right. When Jaylen walked up to the line of scrimmage and he said to Tagovailoa, "Hey, bop, 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 wanna score? Bop, 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 bop." Tua said, "Yeah, I'd like to score today." So he threw me the ball and I ran it all the way. Bop, 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 and he waddled away. Bop, 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 till the very next play. Bop, 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 woo! Jaylen Waddle, baby. Jaylen Waddle.
Spam Penguin down in the chat. That was electric. Waddle is going to explode this year. And let me tell you something. You should subscribe because we're going to be doing watch parties here on Dolphins Today, and we will be singing that song, Andy Waddle away, bop, 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 till the very next play. Do you think Waddle's going to have a big year? Type Penguin down in the chat. Support our guy, JW, spam Penguin down in the chat, and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be having Dolphins watch parties, hopefully, for every game this year. Let's get into my next question from Mr. Goldenberg. Are the Dolphins good enough to contend in the AFC? I think it depends on the definition of contend. If you're talking about a team that can win the Super Bowl or a team that can make the playoffs. But, yeah, I think they can be up there in terms of being one of the best teams in the AFC. And we're going to find out a lot about this team early because their first 4 games are all really tough. They open the season at home against the New England Patriots. Then they go to Baltimore, and then they come back to Hard Rock Stadium and play the Buffalo Bills. If they win those first 2 games, the hype surrounding that Buffalo game is going to be unbelievable. And if they can start the season 3-0, then they will prove to the league that they are not just contenders in the AFC, but contenders to win the Super Bowl. Now, go down, if you're an NBA fan especially, and subscribe to our Chat Sports main channel because with the NBA draft now in the rearview mirror, it's going to get wild with NBA free agency. I know a lot of y'all are Miami Heat fans, and there's been a lot of rumors potentially around Kyrie Irving maybe coming to Miami. So you want to subscribe to our main channel. We're going to keep you in the loop with all NBA free agency news and rumors. Strock Blackard, what's going on, Strock? He says, if you could add anyone that's a free agent in offense and defense, who would they be? This is not going to surprise a whole lot of people who I'm going to go with here. J.C. Tretter. If I was Chris Greer, I would sign J.C. Tretter right now. If the Miami Dolphins were to give me ownership, I would sign J.C. Tretter within 5 seconds of me owning the team. I don't know how realistic signing J.C. is at this point. I don't think it's realistic at all. I mean, hashtag JC in Miami, keep tweeting it. Let's see what we can do. But I don't really think that's super likely. Who might be the more likely fit on this team is A.J. Johnson, who is a linebacker free agent, one of the best defensive free agents left available. Now, he suffered a torn pectoral muscle in Week 6 last year, missed the rest of the season. Perhaps that's why he still hasn't been signed. But he is very great. He's a physical linebacker, hard-hitting linebacker, ranked as one of PFF's top 5 off-ball linebackers in the NFL in his last 2 full seasons, 2019 and 2020. I would love to bring A.J. in, kind of bolster that linebacking core a little bit, and then maybe trade one of the linebackers you have right now, because keep in mind, you also have Channing Tindall, and Duke Riley has been making some serious noise throughout the offseason. Now, name a free agent that you want to sign. It can be J.C. Tretter. You can say J.C. Go down in the comments section and let me know. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When an ad break comes, go down, let me know what you think. Rob Wilson, what's going on, Rob? He says, did you hear Tyreek's podcast about him getting death threats? So Tyreek Hill, in his first podcast episode, he just recently started a podcast called It Needed to Be Said. He was talking about Tua versus Mahomes, saying that Tua is more accurate than Mahomes. He also mentioned some of the reasons he left Kansas City, one of them being he was underutilized. This is what he said on his second podcast episode. I just felt like a lot of people overreacted for no reason. They didn't really see what I said. A lot of people are just acting off emotion. On every social media account I own, I got death threats. That's just ridiculous, man. Chiefs fans do better. NFL fans do better. I mean, sports, yeah, I get it. It's important to you, but sending a guy death threats, I mean, really? I mean, I've seen a lot of things on Twitter about Chiefs fans and people kind of laying into Chiefs fans the last couple of days over what they're saying about Tyreek Hill, and it's just sad to see that, man. And Tyreek, we're sorry to hear that, and just keep doing your thing, pal. Kevin Dowdell says, who do you think is going to return kicks this season for the Fins? We just talked about Waddle, and I would like to see Jaylen Waddle be the primary kick returner. There we go, Chugs. Till the very next play. So here's what he did last season in his rookie season on special teams. So punt returns, 5 returns, 35 yards. Kick returns, 9 returns, 158 yards. So he did get some time there, but he was not the primary kick returner or punt returner on this team. When you go back to 2019 at Alabama, that was the last time he was the primary return man on a team. He was not that in his last season at Bama in 2020. But look at that, man. He had 2 touchdowns on special teams at Alabama in 2019, 487 punt return yards, touchdown as a kick returner as well. I would love to see Penguin be returning some kicks this season for the Fins, be their primary guy. Thanks for watching this Dolphins mailbag. If you haven't already, go down and subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/DolphinsNews. And I couldn't get to all of your mailbag questions today. However, there was a lot of y'all on our community page asking about a trade or your trade ideas. Soon, I'm going to make a trade ideas mailbag video, so don't miss that. You can also hit me up on Twitter at WillScott44.